Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to VP Playback Trivia. We're here at B4 Brady's here in Elizabethton, and you're just in time for another great show. We got our special guest that we're going to introduce to you here in just a moment. But first, we want to get started by thanking all of our sponsors who help make VP Playback Trivia what it is today, especially Val and the crew here at B4 Brady's. But first, let's get to meet who won our play-in round. He's a familiar face. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Trackstar. What's going on this week, Trackstar?
Oh, everything's pretty good. My name's Todd Perry. I play for Team Trackstar and started the year off right by leaving Cooter sitting in the stands over there.
Oh, man. You guys came down to the wire for the play-in round.
Yeah, Team Cooter fell just a little short as usual.
Yeah. Cooter, what's going on there, man?
I've lost it, Chris.
Uh-oh. We need maybe Santa Claus to play for you, man. We need to find him. He was pretty good. All right, we're going to slide down now to our special guests. We have two special guests because they represent an entire family, which the entire family is the special guest. And as you can see right beside of me, we have one of the special guests representing the Davison family. We have Miss Cammie Davison. And Cammie Davison, yeah, give her a big round of applause. She is going to be our special guest scorekeeper. And Cammie, I think you're all mic'd up and ready to go. What do you think about this experience being on VP Playback Trivia as the scorekeeper?
I'm really excited about it.
All right.
To be keeping score.
I tell you what, before we meet some family members of yours, let's talk a little bit about you. Tell everybody a little bit about what you do. Understand you're an outstanding player in what sport?
Soccer. Thank you.
And who you play for?
FC Dallas.
All right. And I understand that you guys had a successful season.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about that.
Well, we won state and we won regionals, and then we got third in nationals. So.
You know what? You said that like it's no big deal. Yeah, we won state, we won regionals. We're just that good. But yeah, you almost won the national championship,
yes,
which
sir.
I was very excited. Give a big round of applause for that. All right, we're going to slide over in the middle. Representing the Davison family, we have another special guest. This is Carter Davison. And ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know who Carter Davison is, what makes him one of our special guests here is he is I started to say a NASCAR stock car driver. He's working towards that, but he is a stock car driver, and he races Mod 4 cars. And the amazing thing is, he started at the age of 12. But Carter, there's something we need to know about what's going on with this family. And I understand that you guys have a TV show. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. We've got a TV show called Turn Livin coming out later this month, and it's about me racing and just our family, how we do all this with Cammie playing soccer and Caden really busy, and just how our family's crazy.
Well, now, I got to ask this question. How did you talk your mom, and I know your dad's right beside of you, you know, your mom's watching. How were you able to talk your mom and the dad to be able to get in a stock car at such a young age?
Well, we really just, I raced bicycles when I was 4.5, and then go-karts, and then took a couple years off. And then we had a guy come up and talk to us, and he just asked if we wanted to race some Mod 4. And he just kind of, me and Dad just talked about it, and we talked about it with the family, and then we just decided to do it.
And Mom was okay with that?
Yeah, it took a little bit.
Cammie's shaking her head, though. Well, we're glad to have you on the show, and I understand that you brought your dad here, which also represents the head of the Davison family. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dean Davison. All right, this is the daddy of the Davison family. I know that you're proud of Cammie, and we got another daughter, Caden, who's not on camera, and of course, Carter. Talk about this family, the Davison family. What's been going on?
It's wild. I mean, you know, I never dreamed, you know, that the kids would turn out playing a lot of sports, or Carter would turn out racing a stock car at 12 years old, or, you know, I never thought he would win the, you know, world championship in driving for Hermie Sadler karting when he was 9 years old, and go-karts, you know, at Daytona. So just, you know, same thing with Cammie, following her around all summer, watching her play soccer, and her team going to, you know, was could have easily won the national championship, Division II and U16 youth soccer. So, just been really, really, really neat to watch them, and then all the stuff Caden's involved in, far as kind of, in a sense, getting some of her career path, ironed out and stuff as a senior in high school. So it's been super busy, but a lot of fun, and just super, super blessed. The Lord's just totally blessed Heather and I, and it's a lot of work. Heather holds a lot of the stuff together. Obviously, I'm out working every day, and she's behind the scenes keeping everything together.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I understand that everything you just mentioned, something interesting is happening, and we actually, which we'll talk about this when they are able to watch the show, but there's a show called Turn Livin, and you asked my production company to follow you, which we talked about following you all around and capturing all these great moments, and then we decided that maybe we'd turn it into a TV show, which we did. But the question I want to ask you is, how did that feel, having me and Tony and a few people following you around with the camera?
Yeah, we at the beginning, we thought, well, this would be a neat idea to try to promote Carter and get his name out there. And as a lot of people know, racing is an extremely expensive sport, and even more so nowadays than it was 30, 40 years ago. And so to be able to make it as a professional driver, you got to get your name out there and really get some big corporations behind you. And so that's, was the main premise behind doing the show. And then, I didn't really know what to expect with a camera there, but I guess in another way, it's been a good education, especially for the kids. They're used to talking in front of a camera now, and it just doesn't really bother them. They're very used to it. And but at first, it was definitely, the first few times, it was definitely just felt weird, And even now, watching myself back on as we go through getting ready for the show, watching it back, it still seems weird, So very awkward.
Well, you guys, like I said, hopefully are used to the camera by now. But what we're going to do at the end of the show, we'll probably give you a chance, like you said, since you added television to help, sponsor the project, because we know how expensive that racing is, especially at his age, But we'll let you get a chance to maybe thank some of your sponsors at the end of the show, if that's good
Absolutely.
for you.
Great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, our special guests are the Davison family. And guess what? We'll get started with this game of VP Playback Trivia right after this.
Y'all just squish together like you like each other? All right, that looked pretty good. We're going to do this in 1, 2, 3.
Woo! Very nice.
Looks good.
There you go. Y'all enjoy. Have a great time today.
I feel a left turn coming this way.
All right, once again, welcome back to VP Playback Trivia here at Beefo Brady's. You can see who just popped in the screen. We have Mr. Zion here, Mr. Z, and he's kind enough to allow Cammie to keep score. He's normally been keeping the score this year, but he's nice enough. You know what? That's so sweet of you to let Cammie do that. Is that okay?
No.
No.
Are you missing keeping score, man?
Well, I did pull the Steve Harvey move last year. So, if she pulls a Steve Harvey move, then I'm going to laugh.
All right, what he means by that is Zion, he learns his ABCs in 1, 2, 3s. All he has to do is count to 3, but somehow he messed up the score last year, which we were able to get that corrected before the game ended. But anyway, let's get started with VP Playback Trivia, and we're going to get started with our first question. Among current teams in the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the NHL, which state is not home to at least 6 professional franchises? Is it A, Illinois, B, Pennsylvania, C, Florida, or D, Ohio? All right, the lady screens. On the lady screens, you put your pens down. Trackstar, you're in deep thought, or do you already know the answer?
I didn't know the answer.
Didn't know the answer. You're in deep thought. Uh-oh. All right, what do you got to say?
Well, I think Trackstar should get an easy win. Carter should just retire and go back to racing. And then Dean, just keep on eating, buddy.
So you're not giving him a chance yet? We just started.
No, just on the look at Carter's face, judges the whole family.
So Zion, I don't think he's got your money. He's got it.
Not a lot of love here, is there?
Yeah, there's
They're
not a lot of
teammates.
love
They're
there.
teammates.
No, we don't, because we're going to move on to question number 2. Question number 2. In 1994, who became the first player in the NFL history to score a 90-plus yard touchdown on a rushing attempt, a 90-plus yard touchdown on a reception, and a 90-plus yard touchdown on a kickoff return in the same season? Is it A, Brian Mitchell, B, Deion Sanders, C, Barry Sanders, or D, Herschel Walker? Oh man, Trackstar, it seems like you're having some trouble on this game. Wow. You change your mind?
Yeah, I think Dean might win.
Dean's pretty confident over there. Putting the pressure on Trackstar.
Bluffing.
All right, here we go.
Bluffing.
Question number 3. Which was the last consensus college football national champion that did not belong to a conference? Is it A, Penn State, B, Notre Dame, C, BYU, or D, Miami? All right, the lady screams. Cammy, did you know any of the answers? How do you think your brother did?
Horrible. He looked a little unsure over there.
Now, your dad looked pretty confident.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to look like that.
I think that's TV Eric.
What is it, Carter?
He's a good guesser, I guess.
Well, I guess what? We're going to find out how well of a good guesser Dean is when we return right after this with VP Playback Trivia.
Is your automotive internet search taking you off the grid?
Come on in to Johnson City Honda for great deals today. It's the Johnson City Honda Touchdown Celebration Sale. Come on and dab with us. You can do the Icky Shuffle. You can get down. Celebrate with us. New and pre-owned vehicles today.
Great crowd. We're here at B4 Brady's and Elizabeth and playing a little VP Playback Trivia. And you know what? We've got some great guests here. We've got almost the entire family of the Davisons here. And the Davisons, they have a show coming up called Left Turn Livin. And you know what? It's going to be an exciting show. And Cammie, you know, I got a question to ask you.
Yes, sir.
You know, there's been a lot of trailers that's been already posted, you know, kind of promoting the show that's going to be on CW4 coming up January 20th. And with all the trailers you've seen, what's been one of your favorite clips out of the trailers?
Pigeon.
The pigeon.
Okay, if you haven't seen it, you need to go check out Left Turn Livin. Just Google Left Turn Livin. You'll see all the trailers come up. And what she means by the pigeon, there's a scene, it's a very popular scene to where we see this pigeon that it looks like she's chasing and we hear this scream from her. Are you able to reveal what's going on, or do we need to wait and see what happens by having the viewers watch?
I think we need to wait.
Very popular clip. All right, let's get back to the game here. Question number 1 was, among current teams in the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the NHL, which state is not home to at least 6 professional franchises? And of course, we'll start with Trackstar.
What were the states again? I want to make sure I got the right answer. I've changed my mind.
Oh, you gonna change you?
No, I've changed it.
Oh, you changed it?
I'm not even sure I got one of the first 4 questions in there, but I said Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh.
It's not Ohio. All right,
I was
Carter
probably right.
Davison,
Make me
what do you got?
change.
I have A.
You have A, which is Illinois. You know what?
You got it right.
Trackstar, guess what? Carter. You got it right. All right.
Cooter made
Let's
me
slide
change
over
mine.
to Carter's dad, Dean. What do you got, Dean?
I went with B.
You went with B, Pennsylvania.
Man,
Carter is winning.
golly.
Yeah, not exactly.
Oh, Carter takes the lead.
Carter takes the lead, man. Just like in racing, huh?
Yes.
Cooter told me I was wrong and got me scared. And that's,
Uh-oh.
I had the same thing he did when we started.
Oh, so you did? You had, so you listened to Cooter. Oh, no. Cooter, what are you trying to throw him off, man? I think Cooter's a little upset for not being on the show. He's trying to throw you off there. All right, we're going to move on to question number 2. In 1994, who became the first player in NFL history to score a 90-plus yard touchdown on a rushing attempt, a 90-plus yard touchdown on reception, and a 90-plus yard touchdown on a kickoff return in the same season? Since Carter got the first one right, let's see how well he did on the second question. What do you got, Carter?
I had D.
D. Herschel Walker. And you know what?
Dang.
He's right.
I just said he played for Georgia, so he
There you go. Hey, it's working for you. All right, Daddy D, is Carter taking it to you? What's happening here?
I went with B, Deion Sanders.
Oh, Deion Sanders.
Man.
Trackstar. Did you copy off Carter?
No, I did not. I'm way off. I didn't do anything right.
What was that?
I don't even think I had somebody that was on the list.
Hello? Anyone there?
I had a bad, yeah.
All right, I believe somebody's changed your mind. You got somebody convinced. What do you change your mind to?
Okay, so I think Carter might pull this one off.
Oh, so you got your wings on Carter now, huh?
It's looking pretty
Yeah.
Ew,
It's easy to say that when he's winning. All right, Carter's in the lead with 2-0 and 0. All right.
I think we
Third
might-
question.
I think we need to put him on Jeopardy and forget the car race.
We can actually make money if we get on there, right?
Time for career change.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Final question. Which was the last consensus college football national champion that did not belong to a conference? We're going to start with Daddy Dean of the Davison family.
I went with C.
C.
Oh my gosh.
At least I look confident.
All right. Are they going to make this real easy for Carter? It's coming down to Trackstar.
Well, I know who it is now, but I put the same thing, but it's Notre Dame now. Then
All right, let's see if Carter actually has 3 in a row.
I had C2.
You got C2. Oh, man.
Hello? Anyone there?
Nobody's
it
home.
was Notre Dame, wasn't it?
It was not Notre Dame.
BYU.
It was not BYU. There was a team that wasn't part of a conference at this time. You're used to them being in a conference now. Miami. That's right, Miami.
They were. I guess they were an independent when they Stellenberger and they first started.
Yep. Yeah, they were independent at that time.
Hey, I missed out.
Back in 1989. All right,
It was
so
kinda
guess
too
what?
obvious, yeah.
You know what? First time on VP Playback Trivia, we don't have to do the little stage, we'll be right back and kind of find out, who's going to win and keep you in suspense because we have, guess what, Cammie?
Carter won.
Go ahead and just give us a score. What do we got?
Carter won by 2.
Carter won by 2. Give Carter a big round of applause. No suspense in this game. Carter, you know what? Some of these questions, you weren't even born, man. How'd you know the answers there? What's going on, man?
I had said he was a good guesser, but I guess I'm a good guesser.
He's like a 36-year-old midget today.
So not only is he good at driving race cars at a young age, he's good at trivia. Wow. And speaking of race cars at 12, I know you just turned 13. Do you even have your license? I mean, how are you able to drive? How does that
No,
work?
sir, I'm not even old enough to have a NASCAR license, so I've got to get special permission.
Oh my gosh. Well, I got a quick question here. Since you have your sister here, which I understand Cammie has her license now, I'm gonna have a little sibling fun here. Who's the best driver? And we're gonna ask Dad the question. Put Dad on the spot.
No.
It's definitely me.
No, who drives safer? I drive way safer. I'm going way slower.
But he asked who's better, not safer.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we're having a great time here on VP Playback Trivia. We're going to come back and talk to the Davison family a little bit more right after this.
Sounds like you could only drive in a cul-de-sac.
It's the Johnson City Honda Touchdown Celebration Sale. Come on and dab with us. You can do the Icky Shuffle. You can get down. Celebrate with us. New and pre-owned vehicles today.
I'm looking to start my stock car career.
This is going to be a new challenge.
And I'm only 12 years old.
Be ready. We're coming for you. I feel a left turn coming this way.
Is your automotive internet search taking you off the grid?
Jump on in to Johnson City Honda for great deals today. Like and share to your high school sports page for your chance to win an Oppo suit today.
Welcome back to VP Playback Trivia. You know what? There's something I forgot. We've had such a great time. There has been some delicious quesadillas. The quesadillas are our starter, or excuse me, our appetizer of the day. And I didn't even allow you guys to get a taste. So at this time, if you want to pass the plate around, I'm sure you're probably hungry. We'll let you go ahead and put a quesadilla on your plate.
Huh?
You guys can pass the plates down. And as they're putting the quesadillas on the plate, you see new Davison family members here on the show. We have actually the entire family here. And right beside of me, we have Caden. And Caden plays a real big role with the family. I understand that, Caden, you have a big role. Talk about that role you play as far as with Carter and the racing team.
So for Carter's racing, I do a lot of his public relations and his just, talking with the sponsors and putting stuff out constantly throughout the week and during the day of the race, and just making sure everybody knows what's going on and keeping everybody updated.
Awesome. Give a big round of applause. Katie, I'm going to ask you this question real quick. We asked Cammie. Cammie picked out, one of the popular clips that kind of stands out with all the trailers. What's been your favorite clip from the trailers?
Probably on the first trailer when me and Daddy and Carter and Dave, when Carter's about to get in the car and we all pray right there, just because it was just super stressed out, and then I don't know, it's just a good moment.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good moment. Very good moment. And we have along with us, we have the mother of the Davison family. We have Heather. Heather, thank you for coming here on the show. And I'm going to ask you the same question. What's so far, because we don't want to tell too much about the show, but the clips have already been out on the trailers, and a lot of people have seen the trailers. But what's been a particular clip that you enjoy?
From the trailer?
From the trailers, yeah, from the trailer.
I think probably.
No, I'm just.
I just enjoy laughter and probably Cammie chasing the pigeons around. That was pretty.
That's what I said too.
That's already been used.
That's a
you
very
can't
popular
use that.
clip.
Oh, that's one that's very popular. People are very curious to find out what's going on with that pigeon.
Yes.
Well, I know racing can be probably a very expensive sport to keep up with, and I know it takes a lot of sponsors to keep the engine running. So, any sponsors you'd like to thank at this time?
Yeah, we've got several coming on the car for next year. Several people doing commercials with us on the TV show. But our largest sponsor for next year is Carter County Tourism. They're going to be on the hood of the car. So we were really glad to see them come on. There's so much to do in Carter County, and it's kind of a natural fit. Heather and I and the girls and Carter just like to get out and about, enjoy the lake, enjoy Rome Mountain. So that was a perfect fit. Bellatorm Solutions, those guys are local. They do some really neat stuff with preparedness for safety and security. Regent Pen and Marketing, Double C Western Supply. We got us some boots from there the other day, so extremely comfortable boots from those folks. And Barnett's Guns and Indoor Range up in Hampton. They've been super nice. That's a fun place. We like to go up there and shoot their indoor range anyway. Cool. And they've got everything up there. Champion Chevrolet, Tim came on board, wanted to be part of what we were doing, and really glad to have him. Papa Lot of Tri-Cities, those folks, we just getting to know them, and they're super nice. But if you got anything from a safe to a car to a house to a church to a whole car lot, if you need locks and keys and stuff, they can pop a lock. Simple Blessings General Store, and then one we're working on right now is Zyke. It's a exercise type bicycle that you can ride outside. So Zyke.net. Go check them out. It's a really cool bicycle. They're a really neat company. They brought it back from China. It's over in Greenville, Tennessee now. They'll start production in a few weeks. And we were able to take 30 bikes to the Boys and Girls Club in Greenville right before Christmas. So really neat company, really neat people, really community oriented. They're really glad to be back in the U.S. manufacturing, which is going to open up jobs here in the greater Tri-Cities.
Good deal. That sounds great. Carter, anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, we have Nipsey's Jewelers that came on board, and Citizens Bank. KY Construction, they're helping us with a shop to put the race car in, and Awesome Design Concepts. He did a pretty cool wrap on our car, and he's helping us out. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's everybody. But every one of them is extremely important, and we definitely couldn't do it without them. It's just neat to see the community get behind Carter, what he's trying to do. I think it's more than just the monetary support. I think it's also letting other people see that the hometown and the greater Tri-Cities is behind him and trying to get him where he needs to go. So it's really neat, and we appreciate every single one of them. Every one of them that's come on board has done it with enthusiasm. They're really excited, and so that makes us excited. And we can't wait to get his car ready for 2018 and get that look out there and get the sponsors' names out there.
And I noticed something with one of your sponsors. I believe it's one of your major sponsors in there, Carter County, which happens to sponsor Carter. So I think that's a great mix. Plus, he was born in Carter County, right?
That's right.
Of course, he now resides in Carter County.
That's
so.
right. That's right.
Great.
So we got Carter County covered. So everybody thinks we named him after Carter County. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We've had a great time meeting the Davison family. And like I said, you'll get to know them a little bit more because they're going to be coming on television on CW4 in the Tri-Cities every Saturday beginning January 20th at 9:30 p.m. That's right, they got a prime time slot. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank B4 Brady's for allowing us to come out. We'd like to thank the Davison family for coming out. And we'd like to thank everyone for watching. Guess what? We'll be back again next week playing a little VP Playback Trivia right here at B4 Brady's.
Download the Network King mobile app today.